Where to begin? That's the hard thing. Do we begin with the loneliness? No, not yet. The joy outweighs the loneliness so much. Do we begin that every single morning I wake up, the realisation that my and my family's lives has been changed forever? It's a good start. Good morning. This doesn't happen to normal people. This entire place to myself. This way. Well, let's start at the beginning. I was a normal kid, grew up in Leeds, loved the drama, so ended up at Intake High School in Bramley. Started to do music, learned the piano, just loved it. Loved acting, loved singing. I'm always singing, constantly humming a tune. If I'm not singing out loud, I'm singing in my head constantly. Started to go the wrong way, so at 20 I decided to join the army. Best decision I ever made. I know not everybody might agree with the army, but for me, a normal council kid growing up in Leeds, but it's a way out. Man, I was uneducated, untravelled, and the day I joined the army I just knew that's what I wanted to do. And you know, I served 5 years, served 2 tours of Kosovo. I was in Kuwait on Optelic 1, shattered my elbow March the 16th, 3 days before it started. Please don't think I agree with that war, I don't. 179 British soldiers dead, how many Americans, how many UN soldiers, how many civilians. I never agree with it, but the army made a man of me, introduced me to education, introduced me to travel, introduced me to the kind of person who I actually was, which wasn't actually an army man, believe it or not. But it did give me a good moral compass, which I live by today, which is integrity. I live my life as honestly as I can be. So after the army, I'd say it introduced me to education. I went to college, 2005-2006, studied law as a mature access course, and then 2006-2009 went to Leeds Met and studied law. I never wanted a career in law really anyway. I don't know why I did law. Well, I do know, but that's for a different time. But yeah, I think whenever I do sell, you know, I'll volunteer a couple of days a week to Citizens Advice Bureau. Just help any way I can in that way. Because I've had 10 years of pretty high intensity action, 5 years in the army and then 4 and a bit years college and uni, I decided I wanted to go do a season, I want to learn how to ski. So that began like my ski seasons. I did six seasons, not full seasons, as maybe some people who are watching this will know, but you know, I started as KP washing pots. The next season I'd done a summer then in the Lake District, built my way up to supervisor, and then I went out to St. Christoph am Arlberg in Österreich in Austria, and yeah, I was restaurant manager full 6 months. It was a great job, used my army skills of organisation to the fullest, and then yeah, after that I managed 3 hotels. It was great. In between them seasons I met like the greatest people I'd ever meet really. I did a summer in Cornwall, St. Ives, and I could be myself. I realised what kind of person I am, who's a positive person on the whole. I'm a happy person on the whole. May 2018 happened. This is why this video, this episode, this series is kind of happening. It's May 2018, I was driving up from London. I stopped for a Subway at Newark Services, and I got my Subway sandwich and I got a drink from the garage. Now, the person at Subway wouldn't let me pay for the drink at Subway and the services, so I had to go to the counter and buy the drink there. And when I bought the drink, I bought a Lucky Dip. on the Euro Millions lottery happening that night, Friday night. So next morning, I need some work trousers. So I went up to Asda in Middleton, and yeah, got my work shorts, $16.99, still got them, and checked my lottery ticket. And it was about 7:10 in the morning. It was super early. The ticket comes back through, and the lady says, "Oh, it says I can't pay you this. You have to. I can't pay the award. You have to phone this number." I was like, "Wow, geez, yeah, that's great, amazing." I said, "How much can you pay?" I think she said up to like 10 grand or something like that. I went, "Well, that's amazing. Anything over that is a bonus, right?" And then for some reason, this other Asda employee come over. Well, in fact, there was about a 15-second pause. I still remember it this day. And she said, "Oh, you've got the Millionaire Maker number." Okay, wow. So I was literally in shock. Literally. I didn't know anything about it really, the Millionaire Maker number. I didn't have one number on the actual, what the balls had been revealed. It was this Millionaire Maker number. So I was like, okay, that's crazy. Do you share it? Do a couple of people get that? Oh, I don't know. So literally, I took the ticket and I shot home, and I was shaking, and I got home. My mum was up. My stepdad Julian was in bed. My brother and his girls were in bed as well. So it was like maybe 7:20 by that point. So then it's like, "Mum, I think I've won the lottery." "Shut up, Michael, stop being silly." "No, Mum, seriously." My hair's stuck up on end now, thinking of that morning, and before the realization of the win hits you, man, there's no other feelings in your head. It's so hard to describe, but it's like, they've won the lottery. Okay, stop, Michael, you haven't won the lottery. "Mum, I swear to God, look at my ticket. You have to phone this number." So she's like, Mum starts panicking, bless her, as mums do. I love my mum. And she comes up, gets Julie and my stepdad, and it's like, "Oh, checks ticket." It's like, oh, geez, everybody's like starting to get excited. My mum goes up and wakes my brother, gets the girls down, and then yeah, it's like, oh wow, okay. So I was phoning Camelot number from around 7:30. They didn't open till 9. Craziness. So I'm sat there with a potential winning lottery ticket, and yeah, they don't open till 9. So you can't even check your ticket till 9. It's bonkers. And then during the hour, like, my mum's gonna got my sister Nikki, all her family around, and we're all sat around the table, and it's like, is it a full million? Is it like, do we share it? Nobody knew. Nobody knows. This doesn't happen to normal people. And so eventually, like literally 30 seconds past 9 o'clock, this guy answers, "Hello, welcome to Camelot." I take some details, all the card details, where I bought it, and then it was like on the advert. So all the family sat on the table. "I'm pleased to tell you, your ticket is right. You've won." All the family erupt, and the joy, and it's and that's it. We win. £1 million. £1 million. But also comes with it that responsibility, and that's, for me, it's a crazy thing. The worry starts to set in at that point about, man, who do you trust with this £1 million? It's a lot of money. Who do you trust? It's still two and a bit years later, and I still think I'm having a dream, and I still think that it's not real. And I know everybody dreams about winning this money, but my money does not bring happiness. Okay, don't get me wrong. I wake up every morning I saying, and thank Lady Luck, whoever shined down on me that day, for just giving me that luck to win that, because it's enabled me, my nieces and nephews, their lives will be changed. And we had a great 2-year, all the family. We had a super 2-year, lots of holding and stuff. But the drama that goes with it, it's pretty stressful. It's really stressful. I'll be honest with you, I wanted to get rid of the cash as quickly as possible. And I don't mean by wasting it and blowing it. I just wanted to get rid of it as quickly as possible, because the pressure of having that money, where I kind of come from, it was too much for me. we can go into that in later episodes, but yeah, it was too much. I just wanted to buy a couple of houses and just live on the rent, which is what I'm doing now. I've been traveling for 2 years, living on the rent. It's been a tough journey, but it's been an amazing journey. I've always travelled, but the places I've been to in this 2 years is unreal. And most of them have been in my van, because I've always wanted a camper van and I'd always saved for one. And I'd always then gone travelling to somewhere, you know. But then, first thing I bought, and the only thing I actually bought for me, is this camper van. And, well, as you can see, it's not state of the art. It's 12 years old. I've never been materialistic. And basically, this is my life. This, and the little guy who's outside now, Bob. Yeah, so when I won the money, I thought I'd treat myself and my best friend and my brother. So it's a bit bonkers now looking back on it, but yeah, I went to Mauritius. It was all inclusive, two weeks. I just wanted time away from home, and so I could decide who was going to get what. You know, I give a quarter of it away to the family, which is lovely. You know what I mean? Hopefully everybody's life's going to change with the money. And then yeah, I went to Mauritius. Yeah, it was amazing. Like, there'll be lots of pictures coming up, you know, about the holiday there. We flew like business class on Emirates. It was amazing. It was a total treat. I'd never do all that again unless I get married, unless it's a honeymoon. But basically, it was. I just wanted to. Well, obviously, I won £1 million. I wanted to enjoy myself, but I also wanted that separation from everything, even from reality, I guess, just so I could get everything what had happened clear in my head, and, you know, decide what I was going to do with the money, and, you know, try to be sensible with it. So yeah, I keep referring to this little man, Bob. Up. So this is Bob. Bob is my travelling companion. This little guy who's, since he was 7 weeks old, has been in this camper van with me. Apart from lockdown, obviously. We've been together all that time. But like a little ski trip I had, where I got locked down, and then I come home early anyway and ended up back with him. I want to share my journey with you. I want to share the stories, I want to share the pictures, I want to share the videos. But also, you know, I want to share my feelings throughout this whole experience. As I say, it's been crazy, but, you know, why do I choose to live in a van? You know, that's something I want to discuss, along with showing you all the places I've been in the van. But yeah, I hope you can join us. I hope you can join me and Bob.